This is WPTV Treasure Coast News.
Several inches of rainfall as a tropical system moved over South Florida today. The local impacts and WPTV First Alert meteorologists let us know how long we'll get a break from the rain.
Plus, a widow fighting for change after she says the person responsible for her husband's death got off too easy. Good evening and welcome to Treasure Coast News on WPTV News Channel 5. The weather changing things up a bit tonight. We are in the studio.
And we've still got plenty of news from Stuart to Sebastian, but we wanted to broaden things as this weekend's rains had all of us watching the radar. Right now, all tropical storm warnings have expired for our area, but not before several inches of rain fell across South Florida. Drivers were met with flooded streets and parking lots this morning. Viewers sending in video and pictures from all over showing flooded yards as it kept falling. Now, thankfully, no reports of serious damage.
And the sun, a welcome relief after more than 24 hours of cloudy skies and rain. Hopefully you're able to get out this afternoon and enjoy a little bit of the weather.
WPTV First Alert meteorologist John Gerard joining us from the Weather Center. And John, are we finally in the clear?
For the most part, we are. We've got some showers down around South County and also a few wraparound showers that could impact the Treasure Coast in the next couple of hours as this area of disturbed weather, it's a potential tropical cyclone, continues to move off to the northeast at about 18 miles an hour. It could get a name, Alex, tonight or early tomorrow morning, but that's not going to impact us. Going to continue to move farther and farther away as it strengthens a little bit. The winds kind of far away from the center is really disorganized, kind of a lopsided system, 45 miles an hour, and still no well-defined circulation despite those gusty winds out there. It's going to be heading toward Bermuda as we head towards Sunday night and Monday with near 50-mile-an-hour winds out that way. But as far as we're concerned, I wouldn't say we're completely in the clear, but certainly the worst is over. We have one rain band. We call that the tail, almost like the tail of a kite there. You can see that it kind of extending down across portions of North Broward County. If you're in Boca Raton, you're very close to that right now. Very strong storms in North Broward and heading off the coast in the next hour or so. As far as the rest of us go along the Treasure Coast, it's looking pretty quiet right now. All the lightning seems to be well down south in Broward County. Here is a quick check of some of the heavy hitters as far as the rainfall totals. Remember, this started back on Thursday. This didn't all just come last night and this morning. This has been kind of spread out. It kind of was building over the past 2.5 to 3 days. Boca Raton over 9 inches. Orchid Island near Vero Beach at 7.4. Riviera Beach at 7.1. West Palm Beach just under 6.5. Singer Island just under 6.5. And Vero Beach right there in Indian River County about 6.25 inches of rain. And the list goes on. Delray at 6.1. Tequesta at 6. Green Acres at 5.8. Just under 5 3/4 at Boynton Beach. Wellington at 4. And Port St. Lucie coming in with about 3.6. We're going to watch these waters receding slowly, but that's going to make it really muggy out there the next few days. My complete forecast in just a few minutes.
John, thanks. Martin County dodged any major flooding or storm damage, but saw a lot of wet roads and minor street flooding in areas that the county expected would flood.
Megan McRoberts reports from Hobe Sound in a community that knows all too well the damage heavy rains can cause.
Well, here in Martin County, fortunately, crews did not have to use many of the resources they deployed around the county to prepare for this storm, such as these high water rescue vehicles. The sheriff's office stationed around the county in places prone to flooding, like the Hobe Sound community, specifically Hope Heights. In Hope Heights, the county also left a storm water pump that could be turned on if street flooding became an issue. In years past, with much heavier rainstorms, flooding was so bad here it actually seeped into homes. The county this year began demolishing 12 homes at the highest risk for flooding.
2 years ago, we had the flooding, and that was like 20 inches of rain.
Saturday morning, Richie Schaeferman was just grateful to walk outside to wet streets, but no flooding.
I'm happy. I'm happy because, we don't need that water here like that, and I'm glad to see that, they got the pump system here, in case something did happen.
Around the county, other flood-prone areas like Sewell's Point Road saw a few inches of street flooding, some washing up onto driveways. The roads remained passable, much credited to the work by city and county crews to clean drainage systems before the storm and make infrastructure improvements over the last year, getting their first true test run this season.
You prepare for the worst and, hope for the best.
Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Well, this weekend's weather forced leaders in St. Lucie County to postpone a hurricane expo that was scheduled for today. So now you can mark your calendar. The expo has been rescheduled for July 9th. That's at the Mid-Florida Event Center in Port St. Lucie.
Well, there was some worry that the storm may cause even more issues for Boca Raton after a rainstorm a few weeks ago caused major flooding. Our Josh Navarro continues our team coverage tonight as people in South Palm Beach County brace for the worst.
As the storm pushed away this afternoon, it still packed a punch this morning, causing significant flooding on some streets here in Boca Raton, while others took advantage of the weather conditions.
It's about 15 feet by 8 and it's about 6 feet deep.
Jose Olivar is describing a sinkhole right next to his home off Northwest 27th Street in Boca Raton. He says it must have opened up during the Saturday morning storm since it wasn't there yesterday.
I never seen the water, the canal water level go up this high. This is the first time ever, so I'm surprised. The damage that is done.
Crews from the city of Boca Raton and police responded by closing off the street. Olivar hopes it can be fixed before it caves even more. The storm is also flooding streets and neighborhoods close to the Intracoastal, like here off Northeast 5th Avenue. People's front and backyards filled with water. Even though some portions of the street were more than a foot deep, some people still drove through it. Over at South Beach Pavilion Park, surfers took advantage of the waves, like Chris Warren.
The weather pattern's generating waves, and it's, kind of blown out, but it's kind of clean too. In Florida, down here, we don't get great surf, so you kind of take what you get, and today's a day to be out in it.
Susan Tulin came out to watch the surfers ride the waves and get wiped out. She says her sister from Virginia recently visited the area when there were no clouds in the sky.
I wanted to give her a little bit of video and some pictures to show her what it's like here now.
In Boca Raton, I'm Josh Navarro, WPTV News Channel 5.
Northern Palm Beach County received a little less rainfall than other parts of our region, but the storm was strong enough to force some to cancel plans to be outdoors. Saturday mornings are usually busy at the Safe Harbor Marina with yachts preparing to sail, but on this morning there was no activity as boating plans were postponed or canceled due to the constant rain from the storm.
One place that did see major flooding from all of this rain was in Miami. Take a look at this chopper video. Water levels remaining high this morning. The National Weather Service reports 11 inches of rain fell over downtown Miami. That's as of this morning. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue deployed resources across the county to assist those impacted by the flooding. That included helping people get out of flooded areas and take them to drier neighborhoods. As we enter hurricane season, you want to download the free WPTV app to help you stay on top of the weather, along with our team of First Alert meteorologists. As storms approach, you get live radar, the latest storm tracks, and images from South Florida on the app, as well as your favorite streaming devices.
Turning to other news tonight, the city of Port St. Lucie is addressing the concerns of homeowners over the trash pickup issues. Monday, the city manager and a representative from the new provider FCC Environmental Services Florida will host a Facebook Live at 5:30 in the afternoon to discuss the city's solid waste program and what residents can expect with the new company. The city ended its contract with Waste Pro after several complaints that trash wasn't being picked up.
A local widow is on a crusade to remind drivers about Florida's Move Over law. That's where you move over a lane for stopped law enforcement or other service vehicles displaying warning lights. I spoke with her on how her heartbreaking loss drives her forward.
You made me a widow at the age of 47.
Susan Atkins had been waiting.
We will never go on vacation or any other adventures again.
Waiting to say this for nearly a year.
For you not to be charged with anything more than careless driving is a serious injustice, and you are unfortunately the luckiest, sorriest excuse for a human being alive.
The Vero Beach woman would rather not have been in a Martin County courtroom Wednesday. But last June 28th, her husband, Scott Atkins, was driving south on I-95. He was a road ranger. It was dark, just before 10 p.m., and he was responding to a traffic crash, attempting to block off the inside lane. That's when a car came barreling into the area, did not brake, and struck Atkins' vehicle, which in turn struck him as he was removing his traffic cones. Atkins spent 28 days in the hospital before succumbing to his injuries.
Too many bones were broken. I can still hear the sound of the ventilator coming.
Atkins' fellow road rangers came to court Wednesday to support the family.
Scott was an incredible road ranger, done everything by the book. He would have been the last guy I would expect to see something like this happen.
The other driver, 24-year-old Damir Fadiev from West Palm Beach, was not impaired, according to investigators. He was given a careless driving citation, fined, and surrendered his license for 6 months.
I'd like to offer my sincerest apologies to everyone here.
The judge also ordered him to see if an area trauma center would take him on as a volunteer.
I mean, the law definitely has to be changed. It's too lenient.
I spoke with a lieutenant with the Florida Highway Patrol who tells me that a reckless driving charge, a misdemeanor, would only have come into play here if there were at least 2 moving violations. Troopers everywhere also reminding motorists about the importance of the move over law. And just last month, we brought you the story of an FHP trooper suing after she was rear-ended in her patrol car. Now, Susan Adkins, with a constant reminder on her forearm and Scott's ashes close to her heart, is going to make it her mission to spread the word, not just for her husband, but also for his colleagues and other first responders who pull over to help and rely on other drivers to stay safe.
Get more information out there on people need to move over for safety vehicles and stuff, so somebody else doesn't lose their husband.
Adkins telling me that she wants more teeth in the state's move over law.
Waiting for justice, a Treasure Coast man opens up about one of South Florida's most infamous murder cases, his pursuit of justice and the message he has for the woman accused of killing his mom.
Help needed this summer to make sure that you and your family can cool off from the Florida heat. One county's plea to potential lifeguards.
We've been running a rainfall deficit for the entire year so far. I'll let you know some of these heavy downpours we saw have gotten us back to normal, and we'll take a look at what else might be or might not be in the tropics. It's all coming up next.
Only on 5, a son's 3-decade wait for closure in an infamous murder case. For a 6th time, the trial has been delayed again in the Wellington killer clown case. It was back in 1990 when Marlene Warren was accused of was shot after she opened her front door. Only WPTV's Megan McRoberts was able to sit down with her son, who now lives on the Treasure Coast, to talk about the delays and the lasting impact.
My mom was an angel.
Joe Aaron's final day with his mom was almost exactly 32 years ago.
We were best friends.
Even decades later, his memory of her kindness is crisp.
I look at myself and I still see her in me. The eyes, the smile.
Aaron hasn't spoken publicly about his mom since she was killed.
Well, I was so shut down inside, I didn't want to talk. I couldn't talk. I am ready.
It was May 26th of 1990 at their home in Wellington.
It was just a regular morning. You know, we were planning the day and eating breakfast.
Aaron's was home with his mom, Marlene, and some friends. There was a knock on the door.
Were you the first to find your mom?
We were pretty much all together, right there at the door, and she answered it.
Marlene greeted by a person in a clown costume with balloons and a bouquet of flowers. Investigators said the clown pulled out a gun, shot Marlene, and walked calmly back to their car. Marlene died 2 days later.
I felt my heart, my soul just get ripped out of my body.
Joe was just 20 at the time, an aspiring pilot, getting ready for college. Losing his mom changed his life's trajectory for the worse.
At first, I did not know what was going on, what was up or down.
He long struggled with substance abuse.
I was holding on to the anger and the animosity, and it was just ruthless.
It took decades to accept he might not get closure.
One of the detectives, Williams, told me, we're going to find out who did this no matter what, even if it takes 25 years.
But hope did come at 27 years. Sheila Keene Warren was arrested in Virginia thanks to improved DNA technology. She was living there with Michael Warren, Marlene's husband, at the time of the murder. The two were married nearly a decade after Sheila Keene Warren was accused of killing Marlene.
She took my life out of selfishness and greed.
Keene Warren's trial was set to begin this week, but her attorneys asked for more time to gather witnesses and review more evidence.
So aggravating.
Tough news, as Joe says he's already waited long enough.
They need to do something soon so I can go on with my life.
Hopeful to see a conviction this year that he's dreamed of for decades.
I want the truth and, an end to this tragic thing.
Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Joe says he plans to sit through every second of the trial for his mom's accused killer. He also told Megan that he's found purpose through his faith and working in the rehab world to help others recover from their own struggles. He also says if he could say anything to Sheila, it's not too late to get help. And, quote, if she reaches out to God, she might get it.
A warning from the Department of Health this week after toxic algae was detected at the Port Mayaca Lock and Dam at Lake Okeechobee. The department is warning people to avoid contacting the water where the algae was detected. toxic algae. This is the 4th time, though, that the toxic algae alert put the Treasure Coast this year.
Well, the rain from the tropical system did raise Lake Okeechobee's lake level, but just slightly. It comes as local scientists are feeling confident the rain will not have a major impact on Treasure Coast estuaries and water quality. We talked with the Director of Research and Conservation at the Florida Oceanographic Society. She said conditions right now are a good baseline for going into the rainy season. Seagrass is growing, salinity levels in the water are okay, and many other conditions they track are looking good.
It's hard to start the rainy season when the estuary is already in peril, but we're in a good place this year, and hopefully we can move forward and see that for coming years.
Laurie Simpson says that local runoff sometimes can be flushed out the inlet.
And we were definitely keeping an eye on the rain all throughout the night and this morning. So for the very latest, let's go to meteorologist John Gerard. John?
Yeah, a lot of the canals, a lot of the swales on the side of the roads is covered with water today. Fortunately, the lake level is low enough to where we didn't have to worry about any overtopping there. But maybe your backyard swimming pool, it was a different story, right? If you didn't lower it before this storm rolled in, it probably spilled over the top. But things are going to start drying out over the next few days. Not going to be completely rain-free, but we'll see a lot more sunshine. That'll help with some evaporation out there. The potential tropical cyclone, notice the key word potential, it never did develop into a closed named storm, even when it was in the Caribbean, moved into the Gulf, moved across South Florida, just a rainmaker without a name, and it just dumped a lot of rain out. It's going to be heading out to the northeast tonight and tomorrow and through the rest of the week. It's going to make a pretty close approach to Bermuda by Monday, as about a 50-mile-an-hour wind tropical storm. It should be Alex at that point. It could become Alex by tonight or early tomorrow as well, but it's not going to matter for us. It continues to pull farther and farther away. You can see in the satellite, it's such a lopsided system. The center of circulation is only about 50 miles off the Florida coast, but all the stormy weather is about 150 miles off the coast, so it's never really did consolidate. So the system went right across the peninsula today, but it was the rain that was the big factor, not the wind. We didn't have too many reports of 40-mile-an-hour winds anywhere across central or South Florida, but there it goes. Now, the only concern tonight is going to be as this system gets a little bit stronger, it may slow down a little bit and bring a little bit of wraparound showers, mainly to the Treasure Coast tonight, but I think that chance is becoming smaller and smaller as the system continues to pull farther and farther away. So it looks like we're just about done with this, and in the tropics, there's really nothing else that we're concerned about right now for the next 5 days. So we can take a little bit of a breath. We got some welcome rain. Some of us got a little more than we bargained for, but we certainly at least put a dent in that deficit that we had. You can see across the Treasure Coast, Indian River, Martin, and also St. Lucie County is looking pretty dry. Down south, though, in Broward County, they've still got some flood warnings going on. Some very heavy storms here just south of Boca Raton. A lot of lightning down that way as well. But again, for the rest of us, we're looking high and dry right now. Again, you can see a little bit of that circulation just off the coast, and then maybe a few, again, showers wrapping back toward the Treasure Coast tonight, and that's about it. Vero Beach camera looking partly cloudy out there. Port St. Lucie looking like a mix of clouds and sunshine as well. So here's what the bottom line is. We had widespread 3 to 7 inch rainfall totals with a few more wraparound showers possible for the Treasure Coast. This system could become Alex tonight. The sun returns tomorrow. It'll be a hot and humid day, though. Nothing else in the tropics at this time. We're 83 West Palm Beach, 76 Port St. Lucie, 76 at Vero Beach, and 75 right now in Sebastian. So it looks like we can get out this evening, and all's well that ends well, right? After such a rainy day, rainy 2 or 3 days actually. So for tomorrow, we're going to keep that rain chance only at about 30% here along the Treasure Coast with a few scattered afternoon storms. Really nothing moving in, just a lot of that daytime heat and humidity from the leftover rain. Same story on Monday, not much rain around. Then Tuesday, the rain chance goes up a little bit into Wednesday as well, and it goes back to about 50% by later next week. That's your forecast.
John, well, this weekend's brush with tropical weather is a good reminder to have your storm plan together. You can still save on supplies right now during Florida's disaster prep sales tax holiday. You won't have to pay sales tax on items like generators, flashlights, tarps, batteries, and more. It ends June 10th.
Pools in St. Lucie County will remain closed tomorrow because of this weekend's rain. The county announced the 3 public pools will reopen on Monday. And as those pools reopen, the county is still looking for a few good young men and women who want to be lifeguards. Right now, the county's short about 11 positions. That means that the county's 3 public pools are operating with reduced hours and reduced capacity.
We did get some frustrated residents this past weekend that, we were capped out at 25 people, and I showed up the pool and had to come back later. We understand. We appreciate their concerns.
The county will provide any necessary training for interested applicants ages 16 and up who have their own transportation. We've got more information on our website.
Someone on the Treasure Coast is now holding a winning Fantasy 5 ticket. The winning ticket was sold for last night's drawing. It was purchased at the Hope Sound Winn-Dixie on Bridge Road. The ticket is now worth close to $97,000. Another winning ticket was sold at Holiday. In case you missed it, the winning numbers are 6, 9, 20, 25, and 32. A special send-off for some special athletes as they prepare for their time in the spotlight. We'll be right back. The Special Olympics USA Games kick off tomorrow in Orlando, but some local athletes received a special send-off yesterday. The St. Lucie Mets were on hand at Clover Park to wish the athletes good luck. The athletes were from the Treasure Coast as well as Palm Beach County. The opening ceremony for the games is tomorrow morning, and it includes the parade of athletes as well as the lighting of the Flame of Hope. The competition then begins Monday. The games will feature more than 5,000 athletes and coaches from all 50 states and the Caribbean.
Congratulations are in order for Delray Beach's Coco Gauff. While she lost today's French Open final, she won over many fans.
Coco lost to Iga Swiatek in straight sets this morning. Now, this was the first Grand Slam final for her, who hadn't lost a set all tournament until today's finals. Now, Coco tweeted just a few hours ago thanking fans for their support, saying she is grateful for the moment. She also said she will bounce back from the loss.
While Coco Gauff's immediate family was in Paris, her friends and other relatives held a watch party this morning at the Delray Beach Market. Her family said they will celebrate the same way as if she would have won, together as a family.
It's very important for her and our family for her to stay humble and know where she comes from, because at the end of the day, family is all that matters.
I cannot describe how proud we do feel, but Coco said it, win or lose, we're gonna love her anyway.
Gauff's run at the French Open is not quite over. She will play tomorrow in the women's doubles final, and you can watch that right here on WPTV News Channel 5 after the men's final.
A lot more sunshine coming up along the Treasure Coast as we head through the rest of the weekend tomorrow. But you know, all that moisture sitting around, it's going to turn into fuel for some scattered afternoon storms. Hopefully no more flooding from any of those. It's going to be very scattered, but a lot more sunshine tomorrow. 88, then 89 on Monday, and close to 90 as we head toward the middle of next week. And you know, with the humidity factored in, it's going to feel even hotter. So it's the dog days of August, and it's only June.
Speaking of the dog days.
Speaking of the dogs, here we go. We bet your animals are feeling better. We want to thank everyone who sent in pictures to help with our weather coverage, including these cute dogs. They're so adorable. Many people had to pull out the doggy rain gear for the soggy day. And remember, we want to see what you're seeing, so show us what's outside your door. If you can safely do so, email us videos and pictures at youreport@WPTV.com or send them us from your phone on WPTV app. Look for the section tab and then click on Send Weather Tips Photos.
Thanks so much for joining us for Treasure Coast News.
Remember, you can find more stories about what's going on around the Treasure Coast at WPTV.com. Just click on Treasure Coast link at the top of the page. We'll be back here at 11.